Especially because my eyes are small, so it's like when I open them wide, they're getting a good stretch.
My eyes are like sore.
Oh my god, my cooter is juicy right now.
Oh. Delicious. It's scary, say.
Perfect.
Welcome back to my channel. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. PP, I'm just like look at me. Not the PP way, because I'm like. Hi guys, we're back. Join in. Part two. Join in. So this is part 2.
Yeah.
Reading more stories. If you haven't watched part 1, we'll have it linked.
Yeah.
So watch that one and then watch.
Come back here.
Join it.
Okay, she's gonna go first again. What? That sounded like bitchy. I don't know why I came across that.
She's going first again.
Again.
This bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Okay, perfect.
I'm kidding. Your eyes, love. You look like the lady in the Sing. His like helper, his assistant.
Oh my god,
I love her. She's so cute. I love her.
She like brought him his coffee and he's like, it's empty. She's like, oh, I got thirsty on the way. Okay, so my first story is called My Future Self Appeared on a Hike and It Scared the Shit Out of Me.
Okay, ew.
Yeah, literally ew. Not sure if this is the best group to post this, but here it goes anyway. The last year of my life has brought a series of very paranormal events, to say the least. It all began with a strange hike about 9 months ago. It was a warm Thursday afternoon and I felt inclined to go on a hike to a natural pool near my childhood home and office. What the hell's a natural pool? A pond?
I guess so.
Jesse, what? A natural pool? A pond?
So a lake?
A fucking lake? The ocean? As I started up the trail, I had a profound sense of anxiety come over me. I felt that something was stalking me in the bushes, and the idea began to form in my mind that if I continued further up the trail, I would encounter a mountain lion, not uncommon in the area.
I'm gonna be applying lip gloss while she's talking.
I tried pushing past the feeling, but it only became stronger. This particular day I was alone and I decided it would be prudent to turn back. As I went down the trail, I saw a man ahead dressed in light blue off the side of the trail behind a bush.
Wait, she thought it would be prudent to turn back, meaning that she
Like
had
to go,
that gut,
yeah, like
maybe I
something's
should.
off, like I need to return, I need to go back.
But yeah, she kept going.
I need to go back down the hill.
Absolutely.
Oh no, like turned around and started going back down instead of like
Oh, so she did go back?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, fine.
So after the weird feeling, yeah, turned around, started walking back.
Good, as she should.
Okay. As I went down the trail, I saw a man ahead dressed in light blue off the side of a trail behind a bush. I was puzzled because the man's features were incredibly similar to myself.
The man, this is a dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
So turns around, starts walking down, sees somebody, it like
looks a little like him.
but they're like wearing the same thing.
Weird, okay.
Yeah. I could see he was looking back at me just as fascinated. It was at this moment I suddenly had a strong instinct to look behind me to verify that no mountain lion was stalking me. I quickly turned my head and then turned back down the trail. Eyes went to where the man was and he was suddenly gone, nowhere in sight. I sped down to where I last saw him. No one was around. When I went to step toward the bush, a large snake, about 4 feet long, crossed in front of me. Already alarmed, searching for the doppelganger, I jumped back, spooked by this massive snake. I had never encountered a wild snake this size in the area. The strangeness was compounded as I watched the snake slither away. Its head was unnaturally cocked back at me the entire time as it crossed the trail.
What does that mean? Like it's like ready?
Like back. Like it's slithering away, but its head was back, like looking at him.
What?
Like, do snakes even do that?
I've never heard of a snake doing that.
Literally. Completely spooked at what had just happened, I sprinted down to the trailhead. I didn't see a single person the entire time.
I'd be like, suddenly I'm in the mood for a run.
Yeah. Has anyone heard of or experienced anything like this? I'm a data scientist and I don't believe in magic and question the possibility of time travel. This encounter was seemingly the start of a series of very strange encounters, including the death of my adult sister, an employee, and several dozen other strange events in a matter of months. I'm 100% certain of what I witnessed that day. 9 months later, and I'm just trying to understand that encounter. I'm a healthy male in my mid-30s. I work as a data scientist, and I don't consume any illegal substances or prescription medications.
So he's like trying to show like
he's showing
no,
like
I'm like
he's like
I'm all there.
I'm not hallucinating on something.
Yeah, dude. What? The
So what do you think
hell?
that is? I have
the person or the snake, because both of them are like.
I have 2 different like theories, but I want to hear yours first.
Okay.
To see if it's like what I'm thinking.
Well, with the person, okay, because isn't there a movie with like on another planet? It's kind of like a doubled Earth, like there's 2 Earths but different versions
What is
of
it
each
called?
other.
Oh my god, what is it
I
called?
don't know.
The movie's so good.
It's almost as if like their dimensions are
Yeah.
like crossing over.
Yeah.
And and they're noticing it in real time. Like, wait, you look like me. I look like you.
Yeah. So I'm wondering,
was that
when
what you
people
were
say
gonna
like
say?
a doppelganger, I'm like, so is it just somebody that looks like you?
Right.
Or is it you seeing yourself in a different dimensional version of you?
Oh.
Because keep in mind, okay, I was just like, what the fuck? I was like trying to process this as I was reading. So he's walking up the hill. He can sense somebody behind him.
Right.
He turns. He's
Sees
like,
the person with the clothes.
something's like weird. Okay. So yeah, turns, starts walking back down. But then that person turned around and looked at him. But I'm like, wait a second. But when you were going up, you felt like something was behind you, and then you turned around. But then when you turned around, whatever that was turned around to look at you as if they had a feeling that they were being followed.
Right.
So then I'm like, is it some like weird like time loop?
Oh my god, what if it is?
Like they're both you, like you were following yourself. You were scaring yourself. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like you were walking, you had a feeling like something's behind you, so you looked, and then he was like, no, something feels weird. I'm gonna go back down the hill. As you're walking down the hill, you see a guy that looks like you, wearing the same light blue as you.
It's like a glitch.
And they turn around like they feel like something's following them. But you just had that feeling before you turned around. So it's like the same situation, just different ways.
I love that theory.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like it's a weird time loop.
Isn't that weird?
So then the whole thing with the snake, what do you think the snake thing is?
When he was going down the hill, he saw the snake?
At first he saw the man.
So
and he was like,
when did
that's
the
weird,
snake come
he
in?
looks like me. He's wearing the same as me. So he starts picking up his pace because he's like, well, I want to see who the hell that was. Why does he look like me? As he's getting closer to where that guy was, he saw him by a bush. He gets close to that bush and a snake comes out and crosses his path. So the guy's gone.
And all of a sudden there's a snake.
All of a sudden there's a snake.
And then the snake turns around and leaves.
Yeah.
But then his head is cocked back.
Yeah.
To like
looking at
still
him.
looking at,
Like
but
looking
like
at him.
upside down.
As he's walking
But
away.
his body is like
Or
this.
slithering away, I mean. As he's walking away.
His little feet.
I don't know why he's gliding.
It's because they slither.
Little snake.
Dude, okay, with the snake, I feel like that side of the whole snake thing
Yeah.
seems a little bit more like, not like demonic, but like
In that
more
realm.
of like that spiritual type of like, for example, I'll just say a demon, like
Yeah.
taking the
You started so casually. Just for like you know, example.
like
Relatable.
like taking the like embodiment of like what it wants to trick or something like that.
Yeah.
That way it gets its attention, and then it's like, oh, psych bitch, because like
Yeah.
the serpent, like the snake, the devil, like they
Yep.
all have that type of like tie, you know. That's my guess.
That's what I was
the only
thinking.
thing I can think of.
Yeah. But I'm like, if it
Oh,
was
that's so weird.
If it was
like this
something-
goes so much more deeper than like what just was like
Oh
casually
yeah.
shared.
Yeah, and that's why he's like, can somebody help like explain
Yeah.
what happened? Because he's like, no, I'm remembering this like crystal clear. And like I wasn't on any drugs. This is what I saw.
Like I have mental clarity. Like
Yeah, you know. But my thing is like, okay, say if the snake was something evil, demonic, whatever you want to say, why would it make itself look like him and not somebody he knows, like a friend or like a family
I
member or
think,
something?
like-
that part I don't get.
True.
If it's something like that. Like say if it was like if you were on the hike and it showed you me, because you'd be like, oh hey Liz,
Yeah.
like you trust me, you're comfortable
But
with
if
me.
it showed me,
I'd be like, no bitch.
well, maybe like because it showed him, it like, I don't know, because with spirits and shit like that, they're not always gonna like do it to where you feel comfortable.
True.
Like sometimes you are really super spooked or freaked out and stuff, and it's not gonna do it to where it's like,
Maybe
I'm
they're
gonna
trying
make you
to
feel
spook
comfortable. Yeah, exactly.
feed
Like
off
they're
your
doing
fear.
it. Yeah, they're doing it like out of spite.
So like I want you to be scared.
yeah, and I want you to come near me
Because it makes
to
me
see what's
stronger.
up. Yeah,
Girl.
that was a
Isn't
good
that
one.
scary?
That was scary.
I'm like, you're just trying to go on a peaceful hike, and then you feel like you're being followed, and you're like, I have like a weird feeling like I need to go, like I need to leave.
Yeah,
You start leaving, and you're like, why do I see myself walking ahead of me?
that is so weird.
Like, I'd be scared to keep walking down the hill,
right?
following myself.
Yeah.
Isn't that scary?
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Okay, dang, mine's not gonna compare to that one. Okay, this one is from the subreddit of like glitch in the matrix type of vibes. So it's called I Could Breathe Underwater.
Period.
Interesting, a little fishy. Okay.
That was me breathing underwater.
Not sure if this fits the sub, and I know this is going to sound extremely fake, but hear me out. It happened a couple years ago. It was summer and some friends and I were spending our day at a local pool. Now this pool was pretty deep. I'm talking like 10 feet deep. I was 17 at the time and liked to do a bunch of weird, stupid tricks in the water. That sounds like us. Sounds like us, you guys. Stupid tricks in the water, like backflips and somersaults and handstands whilst being submerged in the water. I was in the deep end by myself whilst my friends, he loves to say the word whilst. I was in the deep end by myself whilst my friends.
You're gonna say it again.
Whilst my let me get a drink again. Whilst my friends, I'm trying to skip over it. My friends were busy trying to order food. Yum.
Delicious. What are we having?
They were. Bruno. They're ordering food, so I was entertaining myself by doing random shit. One thing I like to do a lot was exhale as much as I could so that I could sink to the very bottom of the pool. Sounds like us.
Yeah.
I was doing that and eventually sank to the bottom, and maybe a few seconds later was completely out of any breath, which is typically my cue to swim back up. Nope. This time, for some unexplainable reason, I had lost all control of my muscles and I just physically could not bring my arms to swim me up to the top. I remember panicking and feeling extremely dizzy, and I was convinced that I was going to die at that very moment.
Oh my god, that made my chest hurt.
Right? Like me too. I'm like getting short of breath.
I'm just thinking of like being in the ocean.
Why the ocean?
I don't know.
The pool. I'm just thinking of being at Richard Waters. Oh, okay, yeah, but I didn't. And just when I started partially losing vision, I just
oh my god.
breathed, question mark. It was the most bizarre, unexplainable thing. So underwater, about 10 feet deep below the surface, I just simply inhaled the water like it was air. I instantly regained my strength. The dizziness was gone and I just swam up like nothing ever happened. I ran to my friends to tell them what the F had just happened. Obviously, none of them believed me and they just laughed in my face. But I was so shaken by the whole thing. It never happened again, but I remember the feeling so well of just breathing underwater.
What the hell?
Isn't that weird?
Can you imagine being able to breathe underwater?
Like what?
Like imagine like it's because it's like relaxing when you're underwater.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like nice and quiet. It's like peaceful.
Yeah.
You're just chilling. But like I'm wondering, like what if he was underwater for so long that like you start to like hallucinate, and then you think, oh yeah, I'm breathing underwater, but in reality, like you're kind of drowning.
You're drowning.
But you don't come to that realization, and then like when you get back, you kind of like snap out of it, and then like you're at the top. I don't know.
You're in heaven.
Oh my god,
you're in the hole in heaven.
You're done.
The hole in heaven.
You're done. The hole in heaven.
Watch part 1.
Isn't that weird though?
Dude.
Funky, huh?
Funky fresh.
Funky fresh.
Yeah.
Funky fresh. I gotta choose a battery. One second.
Wait,
Cause it what?
and when you guys were talking, I heard like my other brother, I got so scared right now. I think Dad said something, but it sounded like it was coming from like right here.
Shut the fuck up. What did he say?
I couldn't hear it. Oh my god, I'm like getting lightheaded. That's crazy.
Wait, should I see if he's doing anything?
Yeah. Ask if he just said something. Guys, I'm getting scared.
Dad's in here.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's scary.
He's in the bathroom.
Ask if he. Dad.
Never mind.
Oh, Dad. The baby's not Dad was saying something.
I thought he was in here, but as soon as I knocked and looked, and I'm like, wait, no, he's right here.
Oh. Okay.
Did Dad say something?
Were you talking right now, Dad? No. What did the talk you said?
I can't hear what it said, but it sounded like he said like 2 words, but it sounded like Dad.
He's not even talking.
Dude.
He's like literally fixing the shower. Like zoned out, fixing the shower. Like not talking.
Dude, I got
And like mom's on her phone. She's not talking either.
Dude, when you guys were talking, it, like I literally went like this because it like I heard it and then it like whatever, you know? But it sounded like muffled, but as if it was coming like right there.
So dark.
Wait, what the?
And then I got super lightheaded.
Oh.
Like you know when you take too much helium from like a balloon?
Yeah.
And how it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm like it was like that.
Not today, Satan. What the hell?
Oh my god.
Lord, if there is
Dude.
any evil entity in this room, let it be gone.
Yeah,
right
you're
now,
not
because
allowed
we're
to be in
trying
here.
Yeah, you are not allowed to be in here. If it's like something nice, we're kind of busy. So
like,
no,
kind
thank
of,
you.
Like,
Respectfully.
Yeah, you can sit and listen.
Yeah, respectfully, no, thank you. Amen. Say amen.
Amen.
Say amen.
Amen.
What, Daddy?
Dad say amen.
Daddy, say amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Period.
Period.
Mom, what's the plug for the tub? She said you know where it's at.
What part?
Like to, for
Just
the water?
off the water.
Just off the water? The little white
Oh,
thing?
it should be in there. It's should be like in the tub, like that little bar type of thing. It should be on the. Yeah.
I've had enough.
I don't know your shit. Okay, we're back. Join in. Okay, so this one's called, I think I started a haunting in my house?
No!
Question mark? I know that sounds odd, but hear me out. Early this month, I went to an expo and there was an oddity stand.
What's that? Oddity? Okay.
Various things in jars, taxidermy things, so like stuffing like dead animals and stuff, bugs, bones, etc.
Okay.
I bought a box that had moss and a bone. Didn't think much of it, probably a red flag, but I was excited because I love strange things as such. I'm not home much due to work, so I didn't have an experience until last night. This was posted yesterday, by the way. However, ever since the expo, my boyfriend has been hearing doors slam, seeing something go towards the garage, and when he's in the garage working on something, things will just fall off shelves when they were in a secure spot. Last night, I was laying on the couch watching videos. He went upstairs to shower. I kept hearing things in the garage. It sounded like when my boyfriend is rummaging through tools looking for something. I had second thoughts of if he ever even went upstairs, but I saw him walk up the stairs. I knew he was in the shower. No one else was home. Then this morning, I'm upstairs brushing my teeth and getting ready for work. I'm looking in the mirror, and in the corner of my eye, I see a dark, shadowy figure in white socks walk past the doorway, and I even see it in the mirror. The only person upstairs with me is my boyfriend's dad, who never left his room. I looked where I saw the figure walk, and there was no one. I'm spooked. Is it bad? Can it be bad?
What they bought at that thing might have like welcomed something into the house.
It made me think of that movie, The Possession, we just watched. Remember you guys hadn't seen it?
Oh my
They got
god.
the what is it, the Dybbuk box? And there was like bones and shit in it, and like dead bugs.
And like dead bugs.
Yeah.
Ew.
Let me see what the comments are. Someone said, is there any way you could return the bone to the previous owner? Ask them where it came from and all. And then this person said, I don't think so. The person who ran the oddity stand gets everything from various sources and they live 5 hours away from me. It's unlikely that the previous owner could successfully be tracked down. Okay. Someone else said, if this is for real, give the bone funeral rites and a proper burial, or at least funeral rites. Someone else commented, they said, I had a friend get some bones off the internet and had things start happening same as you. We did burial rites, buried them in a cemetery, and did a crossing. You can find a bunch of those rites on the internet. Sage would calm things down temporarily while you prepare.
It says that anthropologists label funeral rites and a funeral as a rite of passage, which affects everyone involved, including the deceased. His or her social status changes dramatically from a living, contributing member of the community to one whose contributions are in the past and relegated to memory.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the bone.
Oh, so it's a custom or ceremony pertaining to the recently dead. Like,
Oh, okay.
so kind of like a funeral.
Someone said maybe from the bone, an attachment or something. Get rid of it. Prayers and cleansing should be in order.
Yeah.
Someone said it's possible it's the bone, but my first inclination would be to ask the other members of the household if they've got any new hobbies or interests.
Oh,
Or shows that they're into. Often it's trying something new like meditation, tarot cards, Ouija boards, getting a fortune read, practicing astral projection, or reading something about the occult that opens a doorway to your home.
even just reading about it? Okay.
That's so weird.
My turn.
Yeah.
So this one's in the subreddit of No Sleep. So it's called I Think Something Is Wrong with My Boyfriend's Family.
Stop. The whole damn family?
The whole damn family.
Shit. And the dog?
I don't think they have one.
Alright, cool. Not anymore.
Not anymore. The weirdest thing happened last weekend and I can't shake it. So my boyfriend Marcus and I are approaching our 1-year anniversary and wanted to celebrate. Oh, I thought you guys were laughing at each other.
We were.
Okay, alright.
Laughing to keep from crying.
With our conflicting work schedules, it's been hard to find a time to do much besides dinner, but we both were finally able to take some time off to go away to his family's beach house in the Hamptons.
Damn.
Bushy.
What is this, white chicks? Sounds like on the Hamptons.
Laguna Beach? Laguna Beach, maybe
Deep end.
New York or something. I've never been, and he promised that it would be a lot of fun and very romantic. We arrived on Thursday and everything was perfect. While we unpacked, a chef came and cooked us dinner.
Shit.
Bushy.
Give me some of that.
We took a long walk on the beach after, and when we got back, there were rose petals all over the house. It was really incredible. No, he does not propose. I wish the rest of the
Jump
trip.
his ass.
I wish the rest of the trip went like that. Sar.
Oh god.
On Friday, his parents showed up unannounced. Apparently, they got the dates mixed up and thought that we were visiting next weekend. Not an ideal situation, but whatever. We were only supposed to be there until Sunday, so a few days with them wouldn't be the end of the world. The house was definitely big enough for all of us. Marcus even offered to get us a hotel room, but I never really spent time with his parents and figured now would be an alright time to get to know them. At least we had one night alone. The weird thing though was the fact that his sister was there. So,
Is that weird?
right? It was weird because she wasn't the girl that I remember being his sister. Marcus and I first met in high school. We were acquaintances with mutual friends, but never really got to know each other one-on-one until after college. I remember after prom, he threw this unforgettable party. His parents have a huge estate and they left it to him for the weekend. We had every type of alcohol you could imagine. I got so drunk that I jumped into the pool fully clothed, the kind of reckless shit teenagers do.
Not me.
After half of the football team decided to join me in there, I got out and wandered upstairs to find a towel. A girl a few years older than me saw me and led me to the bathroom. "Are you okay?" she asked, concern written all over her face as she draped a towel over my shoulders. I nodded.
You're smiling, I'm nervous. It's nervous.
She said, I nodded, not trusting my words. Something about her gaze, her energy was magnetic. "You sure? Question mark. You're shaking." Again, I nodded. "I'm fine, thank you." "Good. I'm Quinn, Marcus's sister. But don't tell him I'm here," she grinned. "I'm not supposed to be home while he's throwing this party." She took me to her room, gave me dry clothes, and offered to drive me home or let me spend the night. I chose the latter. I was terrified of my parents catching me drunk. When I woke up in the morning, she was gone. She had left me a note. So the note said, "Ren," I'm guessing that's this girl's name, "it was great to meet you. I hope you're feeling better. I left some Advil for you because I know how killer hangovers can be. Hope to see you around," with a little smiley face.
I ain't taking no pills from you. Just so
Oh, breathy. That was the first and only time that I met Quinn before the Hamptons.
Wait, how long were they together, this couple?
Only a year.
That's a long time, though, to go without seeing somebody's sibling?
Yeah.
And they don't live together?
No, they're just visiting their house in the Hamptons.
No, but I mean at this party.
Oh, I'm assuming they live together, but the sister wasn't supposed to be there when the brother was throwing the party.
Okay,
It's like, why would the brother have a problem? Like, if you can invite the whole ass football team, then
who
you can
cares
have
if
your
your siblings
sister
there?
Exactly. Like, you guys have this big ass house.
And you can't afford a Wi-Fi box out here?
It's not about affording, it's about radiation.
You're gonna die anyway. You understand that, right? Die with a good Snapchat going through.
That was the first and only time that I met Quinn before the Hamptons. I'm almost positive that the woman at the beach house was not her. They looked alike, sure, but there was something different that I can't put my finger on. I only met her once and I was drunk, but I know I'm not crazy. Plus, she didn't seem to remember me at all. We did meet years ago, but there was no sort of recollection of our encounter on her end. I even tried bringing it up when I caught her alone and she just laughed and gave some vague answer. Something like, "I try not to think about things that happened in the past." Like, and then she said, like, "What?"
That's such a fucking weird thing to say. If
Right?
It's like, "Oh yeah, we've met before." Like, that's not the comment you would say previously meeting somebody.
Right.
That'd be like if you did something stupid. Like you got
Yeah.
drunk and embarrassed yourself in public and you're like, I don't really want to think about the past.
Right.
Then you'd say something like that.
But like, when it's the opposite case, like you're helping the drunk girl, you're just going to her towel. Like, why can't you just say,
yeah, like you're being nice.
Right.
Like, "Oh, here's a towel. You know, you can sleep here."
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, why is she
medicine."
making it so weird? If it's her. So
Yeah.
she continues to say, "The last of that Friday went fine. Marcus and I spent the day in town, but I could tell something was off. I thought that maybe his parents just threw his plans off, but it seemed deeper than that. He was sulking and snappy to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. We left a day early on Saturday. Things had been weird since. I'm confused about it all, but I do know for sure that someone is pretending to be his sister, and his family is turning a blind eye. So should I do some digging? I'll update if I find any answers."
Shut up. Wait, what's the comments?
Okay, so someone said, "Have you tried to talk about it with your boyfriend since you've been back? I guess if you are super serious about him, then maybe discreetly do some digging.
Hell
but
yeah.
you should be able to talk to him about it."
Yeah.
And then he keeps telling me to drop it and says he was just upset with his parents for ruining our weekend. Even though it seemed like,
Why is he
it was
telling her to
fine.
drop it if she's saying, "I've met your sister," and that's not your sister?
Yeah, why would he just say, "Oh, just drop it"? You'd be like, no, concerned, like, what do you mean, like,
What the hell?
right? Okay, and then
That makes me wonder, did something happen to the sister and like they didn't report it or something?
And then it says, "I've tried bringing his sister up a couple of times, but he shuts down, which is strange because he's normally very open. I wouldn't think it was such a big deal if he wasn't shutting me out like this, but I guess I'll try to talk to him again when things settle a bit." And
What?
then, isn't that weird? And then someone asked, "Do both the girls have the same name, Quinn?" I'm going out on a limb here, but I think that the first girl you met when you were looking for a towel was not Marcus's sister, especially because she said not to tell him that she was at the party.
What if she was a stalker?
What does your boyfriend say when you bring up his sister or the name Quinn? And then the original post for whatever person says, "Yes, they have the same name. I'm almost positive that the first girl was a sister. I remember seeing pictures of them together in her bedroom, unless it's his cousin or a family friend, but I'm not sure why she would lie about her relationship to him. Marcus was very cold towards the woman at the beach house. They could have a strained relationship, but I've never seen him like this before, so I'm concerned. He won't talk to me about it."
I'm trying to think. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Right? Isn't that weird? And then someone said, nope, no digging. It might happen to you. The original poster said, that sounds so eerie. I feel like I'll go crazy if I don't get answers though.
Something is so off about it.
It's like Get Out.
No, like it like low-key makes me think like something happened to the sister and then they like hired somebody to like take her place or something.
Like cover it up.
Yeah.
And they have like.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys heard of that conspiracy theory about Avril Lavigne? People are saying that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So someone said, I don't know why, but when you said your boyfriend was very cold to her, I started to think about my own family. My brothers and I would act the same way if our mom was in the room because she became a meth addict in recent years, like full blown.
Jesus.
We went from having a very good relationship to nothing at all. I dislike her even. Is Quinn skinnier than she used to be? Does she look like she has been doing hardcore drugs? Does she look different at all? Sores in her mouth or face? And then the original poster said, I'm sorry that happened to you. Quinn didn't look like she'd been doing drugs, but her demeanor wasn't the same. Maybe she did them before, and then in parentheses she said, in the time between prom and now, question mark.
I need more. I need more
Right.
answers. Have they posted anything else on their account? Like if you go to the writer's account?
No, that's the only post.
That's the only one?
She posted this a day ago.
Son of a
So she
bitch.
just posted it. I'm like, we need updates.
Oh my god. You should follow the account.
I will. I'm gonna do it right now.
If we find updates for this account, we'll share them in like future videos.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
I'm trying to think
so
of,
it's
like-
my guess, because she said that her obviously demeanor was different, and
Yeah.
then at that little family gathering in the Hamptons, the brother or her boyfriend, whatever, was like kind of like off, like their relationship wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, siblings and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess like the person at the party wasn't the sister. But see, okay, but then
What if it was a stalker or
But
something?
then
That's why
she
she's like,
said-
oh, don't tell him I'm here.
But she said the pictures in the room looked like that girl who was not supposed to be at the party.
And wait.
So the one who gave her the towel
Yeah.
and was like, oh, am I supposed to be your, don't tell my brother?
PhDs.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But the girl who got her the towel, the original sister, we'll just call her that, she was in some of the pictures that like were in the room.
In whose room,
It was
though?
the sister's room.
Maybe
Oh, at the mansion or
At
whatever
the
it was.
party, originally.
And the
At
boyfriend was in those photos with the
Yeah. It looked like the same girl who was giving the towel, but then
Okay, so the new
But
one
then
is
later,
her.
but I'm like, then who the hell is this bitch at the Hamptons?
Dude, I'm telling you.
'Cause if
like,
that
it
girl
really sounds like something happened to her.
Was in the pictures.
Like,
that
I
should
hope
be her.
that's not the case at all.
Right?
But like, it just makes me think of that. Especially if you're somebody that has money. Like, think of the like, if like you're somebody that doesn't have family, you're not married, you don't have kids, like you're on your own, and somebody approached you and they're like, "Wow, you look just like our daughter that passed away. Whatever. Can we pay you X amount of money to basically like be her stand-in?"
Oh, like
And
pretend.
like because like it's like they're trying to deal with like the grieving process or something.
See, but the
like
boyfriend.
that's so twisted and messed up.
But
but,
her
like,
and her boyfriend were supposed to be at that like Hampton's house alone for the weekend.
Yeah.
The family didn't know that they were gonna be there, I guess. But then it's like, how wouldn't you know that? Because like, wouldn't the
Yeah.
brother or wouldn't the boyfriend be like, oh hey guys, I'm gonna use the Hamptons house for the weekend, like
Yeah.
it's their family house.
yeah.
So then they would have known, but I don't know. There's just like, there could be so many little
Something's
like
weird, dude.
theories.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
But like, what's your like most like? I feel like this might be it. Like, what's your number one like theory?
They replaced her. Like that's such a
Mhm.
weird thing, but I'm telling you, if these people have serious money to just throw away, like imagine someone's like, I'll pay you like a shit ton crazy amount of money just to pretend you're her, dress like you're her, live in her room like you're her. Like we'll take care of all your expenses, everything.
It's so weird.
And you're on your own. Like I said, like what if you don't have family, you're not married, you don't have kids, nothing. Like
You're you have
literally on
nothing to
your own.
lose.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I get to live in this mansion with you guys.
Right.
You're paying for all my stuff, my food, my car, everything.
Yeah, my stay.
Literally, I'm taken care of. All I have to do is just live here, and you guys call me whatever her name is. Okay, why not?
True.
Like, I could totally see something like that happening.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Dude.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, seriously, I'm like curious to like what other people think it is.
Yeah. I just can't wait. I
That's
want her to
very
post
like
again.
unsettling.
And she posted that a day ago. I wonder when the actual event happened. Like, I wish she was like, oh, we went to the Hamptons in February
Oh, I know.
on the 15th. You know what I mean?
Like if it just happened or if it's like an
Yeah.
old thing. Now, how did it just happen though?
yeah,
Because then it's like on her mind. She's like, I need to like talk to somebody about this.
Right.
I need to get another person's opinion.
And her boyfriend shutting down the conversation.
That's
weird.
weird.
So maybe you're right. Maybe it is like something weird with the family. Like,
Like you don't talk about it. It's like Fight Club.
yeah.
I'm not gonna stop thinking about that.
I know.
Okay, I'll read this one.
What's it called?
Have you experienced demons?
You're done.
In 2015, I lived in a home in the south side of Chicago. Chicago. Is that how you say it? Chicago?
I think so.
Chicago.
They're
They're probably like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. I lived there for about 2 years before I moved due to evil spirits taking over my house. The first year I lived there, I had nothing unusual or anything happen. My sister came to live with me in 2016 because she had nowhere to go and I wanted to help her get back on her feet. Shortly after moving in with me, she started dating an actual Satanist / devil worshiper and would take her out to go do rituals and perform sacrifices. And then in parentheses she put in her own words. Like that's literally what she said.
But this girl was never dabbling in any of that before she started dating this person?
No.
No.
Literally.
Absolutely not.
Goodbye. I did not approve of it whatsoever, but she's my sister and I wanted to help her out. I digress. Anyway, ever since she started dating that weirdo, I had a lot of crazy shit start happening in my house. I worked overnights at this time, and one night around 4 a.m., my sister called me freaking out, saying the bathroom mirror / cabinet was ripped off the wall and that she had seen a figure standing behind the shower curtain. I immediately clocked out and went home. My buddy came with me. When I walked through the front door, I felt an overwhelming sense of dread, and my house was extremely cold. It was summertime, and my AC didn't work.
What the hell?
Something yanked my friend by his dreadlocks and he ran outside the house. I went in the bathroom and I had seen the bathroom mirror / cabinet on the floor. I didn't see the figure behind the shower curtain in person, but she showed me a picture she took, and the subject appeared to be very tall and dark, sort of like the Grim Reaper.
Ew.
The next day my landlord came by and he said there is no way in hell a human could have ripped the whole cabinet off the wall. He had seen the picture of the silhouette behind the curtain and said it definitely wasn't a person. My sister was the only one home at the time. Prior to this incident though, my sister recorded objects being thrown around the house and shadows moving in hallways. This went on for like 6 months ever since she met that guy. I'm getting chills just thinking about this whole ordeal. I'm not saying my sister's boyfriend might have summoned something evil in my home, but he was heavily involved in the occult and possibly brought evil spirits into my house unintentionally. Has anyone ever experienced evil spirits?
He definitely brought something in.
Absolutely did. I don't even know why it's a question.
Yeah, I think it's because she doesn't want to be like blame game, pointing finger, you know?
Yeah.
But like, let's be real.
Isn't that scary?
Ew, for 6 months?
6 months.
Damn.
Shit just like flying by itself. Like moving on its own. Like, what the hell? Hold on, I'm gonna look to the comments. This one says, this seems weird to me. Why is she fascinated by a Satanist and doing sacrifices for the devil, I suppose? But then she freaks out because of some evil shadow.
Right.
Yeah, that's like weird.
Yeah.
You know? And then someone else responded to that one. They said she was a very confused girl.
I wonder, like, if they had any type of, like, beliefs. They have, like, a religion or whatever. Or were they kind of, like, an atheist? Because it's like, why were you so comfortable just dating a Satanist?
Yeah.
Or, like, whatever.
Like, you didn't find that odd?
Right? Ooh, I don't
understand. And it's weird. Oh, what's his name? Anthony Padilla? Is that how you say his name? Did you see the episode he did on his channel where he was like interviewing Satanists?
No, but remember you telling me about it.
They're basically just saying how like
it's not what people say it is, like to that extent.
Yeah, it's
like
not
that
like
image
flat out like, oh, we're worshiping the devil. They say basically it's more like you putting yourself on a pedestal, almost like you're worshiping yourself, and like you're making yourself like the best being in your mind, like through your own eyes.
Then why is it called a Satanist?
That's what I don't understand. But like these are people that are Satanists, and they're all explaining it the same way. They're like, no, basically it's like, think of like self-love in a sense, but they're like, it's like to the point where like you're looking at yourself like a god.
Oh, okay.
Not just like, oh, I'm confident, I love myself, I love who I am as a person. They're like, no, like you're literally almost like worshiping yourself.
But then what does that have to do with Satanism? Like,
that's what I don't get.
How is that the same?
I don't know.
Because like obviously you're doing some other shit on the side.
Because like
has to deal more with that.
Yeah, like listening to them explain it, I was like, I've never heard of this explained this way.
Yeah, and that should
Ever.
be. It should be called something different then. If
That's
it's
what I'm
just
saying.
like you worshiping yourself.
Yeah.
Like no offense, but like.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, if you want to do that, you do you. Like, you know, none of my business. But like, then I'm like, why is it called that then?
Yeah, to me it should be a different name.
Because they were saying too, they're like, oh no, there are some people that are like literally devil worshippers. They're like, not all of us are. So, shouldn't you be called something different then?
Right?
Like, I'm genuinely just trying to understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's confusing to me. I don't know. It was a really interesting video though. It was cool. Not cool, but like interesting. Yeah. Someone said, wouldn't it be your sister bringing that stuff in the house since she participated in it?
Oh, true.
And
but
then
it's because of the boyfriend though.
Yeah. This person said back, I believe the blame is more so on him because he introduced her to it. She was normal before she met him, but looking back on it now, she can be held responsible too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just did that in my house.
In your house? She was like, oh, what? Hello? You just heard a knock, right? Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, hurry up.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that was mom knocking on that wall. That was mom knocking on that wall.
I'm about to shit myself.
Oh, right after that topic of conversation.
When I opened the door and nobody was there, I was like, I'm gonna cry.
That scared me.
What the hell?
Wait, mom knocked on that door?
She knocked on the wall.
So we would hear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mom can be doing stuff like that.
Okay, you scared me. Close the door. But if it was 3 knocks, not 4, 3 would have freaked us out
That's
even
why
more.
I was like, it was 4. I was like, wait, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it was 4.
If it was 3, that would have sent me.
Dude, I think I would have been crying.
Sent me to heaven.
That
Was like crazy timing.
dude. We all like felt it. Like, was that what we think it was? Unless I like turned her head, my heart like dropped my booty hole.
When I saw no one push open the door, I literally was like, like on the inside, my heart is like racing.
God.
Dude, this is gonna be all these jump scares.
Dude, but that's gonna be good for the video.
Jesus. You lip gloss. Calm down.
Okay, so one more story. It's called "Smiling Man at My Door." They're both of their jaws just dropped.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so this was posted 2 years ago, so it's been a minute. Okay. So we used to live in a cul-de-sac in a brand new housing estate, plenty of houses, but very little people yet. When I say brand new, it still wasn't even on the GPS yet. I work from home, so I'm in my office with my dog by the door in the middle of the day. My wooden front door is open, but my screen door is locked. I hear the door handle click, and suddenly my dog starts going off like I had never heard before. This isn't a little yapper. She's a trained personal protection dog, period. We don't have guns or pepper spray as protection in Australia. Oh, Australia. So I got her. I read the whole thing in Australian. We don't have guns or pepper spray as protection in Australia, so I got her. I step out of my office and look towards the front door. There is a man standing there completely silent. Now that I have stepped out of my office and given the vibe I am uncomfortable, my dog proceeds to slam herself against the screen door trying to get through.
Oh my god.
And rip this bloke's face off. I guess bloke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
Australian word. Like, she is trained to protect, but she frightened me. I have never seen her so angry and vicious before. All the while, this man is just standing there, calm, and smiling this creepy fucking smile. Not at all fazed by this dog behind the door wanting to rip him apart.
Yeah, wouldn't that make you like jump?
Right? Or like back up at least?
At least.
He was still right at the handle, like right at the screen door.
And it was locked, you said?
Yeah, it was locked. Thank God. So it says, we're standing there for a good 30 seconds while I wait for him to say something. He doesn't. So I call back my dog and ask him what he wants in an annoyed manner because what the F?
Yeah, like leave.
Yeah, thank you. He tells me you need to open this door so I can give you this flyer. I work for a new solar company.
No, bitch.
Keep in mind this bloke is alone, not wearing any uniform and has no form of visible ID. He does, however, have duct tape sticking out of his pocket. I respond with, no, my dog will rip your face off. I'm not interested. He responds, I'm not scared of the dog. Still smiling.
That's nice.
Still smiling wide and creepy. At this point, my dog refuses to respond to my commands and is slamming her body against the door while barking and growling in an absolutely frightening manner. She is frothing at the mouth, and I am certain she has doubled her size. Remember, she is a well-trained protection dog. She has always heeded my commands. I have never seen her like this before. He doesn't move, but I can see he is beginning to grow impatient. He says, open the door. I reply with no. Put it in the letterbox. At this point, I see my next-door neighbor returning home. He smiles, turns around and walks off, doesn't put anything in my letterbox. I watch him walk right by my neighbor, no talking to them, nothing in the letterbox, turns up the pathway and disappears down the lane. My dog huffs, then she goes back to her previous spot where she was sleeping before. It's to be noted that my driveway was gravel. Him walking up, it should have made a sound.
Yeah.
Not myself nor my dog realized he was there until he tried opening the door. Always lock your doors, folks. I escaped something that day.
Thank you.
We don't live there anymore. Always
I
lock
don't
your
know why
door.
people don't fucking lock their doors.
Lock your doors, lock your windows.
Christ. At the other house.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we don't have to lock the door.
Oh, bye. Are you
Okay,
kidding?
have fun with that. Because I keep my shit locked.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care what time of day it is.
Mhm.
I do not care if Jason's home. Doesn't matter.
Nope.
We always lock it. It's like literally just habit. How did they not hear him walking up though?
I don't
Like,
know.
probably
Because it would be like that crunching.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
problem.
the
The
it's
rocks.
like smart that her thing is gravel because just in case like
Just-
anything else she would have
Yeah.
heard it, but it's weird that it didn't.
Right?
The fact that you didn't say anything to the other neighbor. If you're handing out flyers to a neighborhood, you're gonna
Yeah.
stop at every house.
Yeah. He had duct tape in his pocket.
What do you need duct tape for?
Thank you. And why didn't you at least put the letter that you're trying to give to her on the doorstep or in the letterbox?
Was he even holding
He
anything?
just walked up. Just the flyer, that's it.
But he actually had a flyer?
Yeah, like paper or whatever he was
Oh,
trying
blank
to do.
piece of paper.
Yeah, probably.
Ugh.
Someone commented and said, all the note to this, what kind of psycho doesn't even react to a dog in kill mode trying to come for them?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're okay. I already have a habit of locking my doors 24/7, but if I hadn't, this story would have hardwired the lesson into me. And then the original poster said, yeah, that's what put me on edge. Smiling without a fuss and somehow getting to my door without a sound is creepy. Trying to open it is definitely a red flag. Yeah, trying to sit there
Why would
opening
you
it,
try to open somebody's door?
but being completely undisturbed by my very aggressive and angry dog, that's a no. I'm certain the whole time he was standing there planning. So like planning to hurt her or something.
Oh, for sure. Why was he not phased?
She said, I couldn't look him up, no clue who he was, but I can tell you that this was about 3 years ago now, and I can still recall every detail of his face.
So if she saw him, she would for sure recognize him.
Yeah, but now it was like 5 years ago.
Dude, what the hell? Y'all please lock your doors.
For
Jesus
real.
Christ. Oh no.
Like, even if you think you don't need to, like, you never know. You hear crazy shit happening in all kinds of neighborhoods. But yeah, that was all for our stories. Let us know which one was your favorite for both of our videos, and if you still haven't watched the one that we just filmed previously, go watch that.
Yeah, we'll have it linked below.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, all our socials will be linked below, so go follow us on Instagram, TikTok. If you have not subscribed already, please do so, and feel free to turn on post notifications so you get notified when we upload new videos.
Yes.
But yeah, we will see you guys in our next video. Bye! That was cute.
Yes.
Oh. That's the end.
It's 10. We're like, oh, we'll go, like, see where we're at 9 o'clock. Right. A likely story.
Likely story. Legally.
My booty cheeks are wet.
I'm sweating. It's so hot. What are the odds that we see that when we're filming this?
I don't
We're
know.
talking about weird spooky shit. Because how long has that been there, you think?
Months.
So it's been sitting like that? Looking at you guys? Looking over here?
Stop.
How many knocks it was?
It was 3.
Shut the fuck up. I was hoping you wouldn't say 3.
I know.
Dude, what the fuck? How the fuck did I notice that though?
I don't know.
But, like, we're done filming.
Oh my god, can we like literally get rid of that? Because now it's like freaking me out.
And then I just took my phone out to take a picture. And the second I went like this and like focused on it, it looks like it was like just staring at me. There's no way we could have done that. Like,
No.
'cause I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, like, you know what I mean?
We haven't seen this in
That's not
any other
real.
year.
Debunk. What the fuck? How do you make that?
Dude, my camera is so blurry right now.
Really?
What?
There's something behind it. I get this overwhelming feeling that I need to look in my rearview mirror. I look up in the rearview mirror and I see something or someone standing in the middle of the street. And it also didn't look like it was touching the ground.
And then it just starts opening and then it stops.
Did it feel like something was watching you?
Yeah.
Yeah.